So it seems like almost virtually everyone is entrapped in PRISM, this global surveillance program created by the NSA to spy, track, monitor every single thing we do online. Now, I do have to say, it seems like it's kind of our fault at the same time, because on the internet, in this world wide web, there's different paths that you could walk on. And it seems like virtually everyone decided to walk on this nicely public relations, advertised, clean image path into this cesspool of lies and false advertising that is this big PRISM box filled with a cesspool of lies and deceit. We knowingly walked in there, whether it's laziness or ignorance or not doing our due diligence. We decided to use things like Microsoft and Apple and Yahoo and Skype and Facebook. It was our decisions to believe these companies and to walk into the cesspool. Now, these companies have knowingly complied with the NSA. They knowingly just took down their pants, bent over, and said, take as much as you want, NSA. And they complied. Sometimes they even asked the NSA to pay them, like Verizon, a monthly fee for screwing them over and screwing us over ultimately. But that same path that we all decided to walk on because of our laziness and ignorance, there's a different path. There's an alternative that we don't know about because it's not paved. There's no public relations. There's no advertising to lead you down this path. It's an independent path that you have to cut through the brush to get to. And that is a path of other companies, other services, other clients that don't work with the NSA and don't comply with their backdoors, with their surveillance programs, and don't send every little bit of information that we give them. Now, they also do this to corporations, and that's how they make their money. That's how they get their power. They get power by our compliance. It's our participation in these programs that make them as powerful as they are. Now, there's a great website called prismbreak.org. It's in the description. I'm going to post it in the annotations here on the video itself. But I just found this website. It seems like a really good website with alternatives to corporations that work with the PRISM program. And they have different things like operating systems. Maybe instead of using Microsoft Windows or Apple OS X, there's Debian, there's Fedora, there's Gentoo, there's Linux. There's so many different possibilities that, unlike Microsoft, unlike Apple, don't have a backdoor that tracks and watches everything you do. This website is filled with many different options of almost virtually anything you do online that you could go check out and make up your own decisions. Whether it's even web browsing add-ons that you could add to encrypt your messages, encrypt your surfing to make sure your details aren't spied on. There's web search engines. Instead of using Yahoo or Google, there's DuckDuckGo, there's Metagear, there's StartPage. There's many different alternatives. Even with maps, instead of using Google Maps, there's OpenStreetMaps. Email servers, Google. Instead of using Gmail, there's things like Rise Up that you could use and check out. I'm just going through the things. There's email clients, there's encryption services, there's instant messaging programs that won't send everything you do, like Skype, to the NSA so they could watch in real time. There's alternatives to that. And now, ultimately, if we stop supporting these companies, they won't be as powerful. Now, it's not easy. It's not easy at all. It's hard to get off that Facebook crack and to get off of Facebook totally and completely. It's even hard for me, and I know some people are going to be calling me a hypocrite because we use Facebook. I still use a Microsoft editing program that I've been using all the time. But one thing I definitely do recommend is setting up alternatives. I just installed a Linux operating system on my computer. I'm learning my way around that. I'm learning about different web browsing clients and email clients that I could use to encrypt my messages and hide my traffic so it couldn't be used against me, because that's exactly what they're doing right now. They're just taking all the information of what we're doing. I mean, just imagine that power. Imagine being able to know what everyone is up to at one single time. You think politically they won't use it to persecute their enemies. And they already have, whether it's the IRS going after the Tea Parties, or it's the DEA using it for drug dealers, or the IRS using this domestic spying program to go after tax evaders. It's already happening. It's about power. It's not about fighting terrorism. Please don't believe any of that. But slowly start using the alternatives and show these alternative companies that, we're not going to be screwed over by these guys. We're going to slowly walk out the prison and set up alternatives. That's what I'm doing myself. Instead of using Facebook, use that too somewhat, but also set up a dysphoria page too, which I'm working on right now, and have alternatives and plug dysphoria to your friends that don't know anything about this PRISM program, and have other people go to it. So I see this as a very long process. It's not easy to get out of PRISM. Virtually everything you do online, there's a way for the NSA to find out. There is no total security. There is no privacy on the internet. All you could do is set up little security barriers. Now, of course, it's not 100%. Some of the suggestions are okay. They're not as good, but some of the suggestions are really good, and they've been really helpful to me, and that's why I wanted to share them with you. And really, it's what we decide goes. It's our power within ourselves to decide if these companies are really going to be as powerful as they are. Set up alternatives. Facebook's another great example, because they, it's great to even start an alternative because they could screw you over, and they screwed me over many times. Me and my friends built a fan page that had 270,000 likes, and Facebook one day decided, without messaging me or without even telling me, that the page that me and my friends started was sold to Time Warner. And Time Warner paid Facebook for this fan page, and all the likes that we built throughout the years was just transferred to this mega corporation that Facebook charged money, and they screwed us over. So, they suck. Don't use them. They're lying to you. They're stealing your information. They're becoming powerful because of you. And if we slowly wind off that Microsoft, AOL, Yahoo, Skype, and use alternatives, we show our support to different companies. Now, of course, a company could become corrupted at any time, at any point. That's why you got to do your due diligence. That's why you have to pave your own path and walk down this path. But understand, it's our participation that makes these corporations, that makes these companies, that makes all the software possible, that makes them as powerful as they are. And if we slowly wind off and start using alternatives, we support different groups, different web browsers, different companies that aren't just bending over, putting their pants down, and saying, screw us and all your users as much as you want. And that's the key. Let me know if you like this video. I want to make more videos talking about things that are helpful to me, tips and recommendations. Usually I'm going to try to make it every week. Let me know if you like it. Comment in the description below if you want more of these kinds of videos. One last thing. Check out our YouTube channel, because in the last 7 days we've been working really hard on providing you the best content possible. We covered 1984 Day in New York City. We interviewed a congressman who voted to defund the NSA. We also did a long investigative piece about Adam Kokesh, a known activist and YouTuber who was set up with magic mushrooms. We did another piece that officially proved the NYPD legally and officially has no duty to protect and serve its own citizens. And we also broke down Obama's press conference on Friday about the NSA spying scandal. Our friend Chris from Red Pill Philosophy brought us 2 amazing videos about the death of a teenage graffiti artist, Israel Hernandez, who was tasered to death by Miami police. Now, don't just watch these videos for pure entertainment purposes. Share them with your friends, with your family members. It's not just about entertaining you. It's about educating people about the world that we live in. So, thank you again so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. We're going to have a lot more of these videos coming to you soon. On the suburban area, 24 police vehicles from state, local, and federal agencies engulf this entire street and block off the roadway so no one could get in or out. A lightly armored truck.
I'm here because I supported Obama in the first election, and I feel like on every level he's been a huge disappointment. I believe the hype that he was